There are many popular games out there, but only a few build up expectations quite as much as the AAA genre. Especially AAA single-player games are thriving, and even some of the old ones are still going strong. Here are my top 10 AAA single-player games you need to play. Number 10, Hogwarts Legacy. I know, the game wasn't released that long ago, and already I put it in top 10? Well, Hogwarts Legacy is definitely here to stay. After all, it's the first AAA game set in the astonishing world of Harry Potter. At last, Potter fans can play as their own wizard attending the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Besides the possibility to explore the castle grounds, Hogsmeade Village, and the Forbidden Forest, you will attend lessons to gain knowledge in potion brewing and spellcasting, just like a real student. And best of all, you get the opportunity to make the choice between Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or even Slytherin. Turns out, before the boy who lived ever set foot on the castle grounds, Hogwarts was already shaping the brightest minds in the wizarding community, and now you get the chance to become the best wizard the world has ever seen. Number 9, God of War Ragnarok. The gameplay in Ragnarok will feel immediately familiar, but this God of War sequel improves by allowing you to experience the story from both Kratos' and Atreus' perspectives. God of War Ragnarok is an excellent example of how to invest players in a story in which they may not be the hero. Acknowledging past mistakes, Kratos wants to spare Atreus the bloody lessons he learned from his conflict with the gods, keeping his son safe. After confronting Baldur, Kratos has vindicated the belief that only tragedy will come from further entanglements with the Aesir. The realms have grown harsher, and those new creatures from Norse mythology will test your skills at maximum. Your combat strategy doesn't matter, the enemies that await will be ready. Exploring the previously unreachable Vanaheim, Svartalfheim, and Asgard, the game will take you everywhere, from green, otherworldly jungles to intricate subterranean mining networks. Number 8, Monster Hunter Rise. Rise to the challenge and join the big hunt. The latest installment in the award-winning and top-selling Monster Hunter series makes you a hunter who explores new maps and uses various weapons to take down fearsome. Set in the ninja-inspired land of Kamura Village, you can explore large ecosystems and battle fearsome monsters to become the ultimate hunter. It's been half a century since the last calamity struck, but a terrifying new monster has reared its head and threatens to plunge the land into chaos again. Even though it's a single game, you can hunt solo or in a party with friends to earn rewards that you can use to craft various weapons and armor. Industry-changing gameplay systems like the high-flying wire action and your canine companion Palamute will add exciting new layers to the robust combat that Monster Hunter is known for. Number 7, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3 is an open-world, third-person RPG that sees you exploring the world of the continent as the monster-slaying witcher Geralt of Rivia in search for his adopted daughter Ciri. There's so much to do for a witcher that it may seem overwhelming at first, but after you complete your first few monster contracts and begin Geralt's journey to find the people he loves, you will not put the game down until you've reached the end and slain countless of enemies. The game lets you tackle many of its quests in any order you want, and there are plenty of side quests to discover. Although you're managing one of the best single-player game's characters, Geralt, you still get to decide how and if you will help the many people you meet, inevitably changing the world around you. The brilliant writing makes each choice feel believable and weighty, giving you the absolute power over what happens in the story. Number 6, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. As Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2's single-player campaign unfolds, the player is introduced to new gameplay at every turn. Blink and you are fast roping from your Black Hawk helicopter after storming into the war zone with an armada of choppers. Blink again and you are a sniper under concealment in a ghillie suit miles behind enemy lines. Blink again and you engage hostiles from an AC-130 gunship thousands of feet above the battlefield. The explosive action delivers jaw-dropping cinematographic effects, including depth of field, rim lighting, character self-shadowing, real-time post-processing, texture streaming, and physics-enabled effects. No wonder some call it the ultimate war experience video game. Number 5. Skyrim. 12 years since the release has passed, but The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim remains one of the biggest games in terms of the actual square footage it covers, given its everlasting presence. While the game has since been released on many new platforms and has become the most modified game ever, its core remains the same. Some game elements feel their age, but Skyrim is a modern classic that's well worth your time if you've somehow lived under a rock and missed it. Skyrim reimagines the open-world fantasy epic and brings to life a complete virtual world, open for you to explore in any way you choose. Create any character, from warrior to mighty sorcerer, and do whatever you want. Skyrim brings the legendary freedom of choice to life, with countless adventures in rugged mountains, bustling cities, vast fields, and ancient dungeons. Choose from hundreds of weapons, spells, and abilities to battle ancient dragons like you've never experienced before. After all, you are a Dragonborn, so learn their secrets and harness their power for yourself. Number 4. Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 tells the story of Arthur Morgan, an infamous Vanderlyn gang member living in the twilight years of the Old West. As you play, you get to know him, the people around him, and the open Wild West world to the point where you have a real affection for everything that happens. With federal agents and heartless bounty hunters massing on their heels, Arthur Morgan's gang must rob, steal, and fight their way across the rugged heartland of America to survive. Arthur's connection to John Marston, the protagonist of previous Red Dead games, also makes this an exercise in even more immersion if you already played the first game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the benchmark for open-world games, and still holds its own in terms of story depth, character development, and the sheer wonder of the world that Rockstar has created. It's certainly a game that will keep you busy. Between story missions, mini-games, activities, and side quests, you will find yourself sinking many hours into this title without even noticing it. Number 3. Elden Ring. From Software's latest action RPG takes you to a sprawling open-world setting of the lands between. As a Tarnished, it is your job to restore the Elden Ring, the world's concept of power, and fight those who have already succumbed to chaos. With dungeons to explore, great big foes to conquer, and all manner of challenges to overcome, Elden Ring delivers a rich and engaging experience that will hold your attention constantly. While you can expect to be in for a bunch of tough fights, there's nothing quite like the feeling of emerging victorious when you take down an impossible, powerful enemy. While it's as challenging as other From Software games, Elden Ring will allow you to find alternative paths to your goal. Sometimes this may involve playing with other people from its online community, but essentially it's still a game for one player to battle through. However, with so many secrets to find in its sprawling open world, you will likely exchange notes with your friends or search online forums to get every little secret of the game. Number 2. Grand Theft Auto V. 2013.
Stay down! Come on!
Number 1. The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us could be easily listed here, but its sequel took the original formula and improved the themes of love, loss, and more breathtaking moments than you can shake a makeshift Molotov cocktail at. So 5 years later, after a deadly journey through an epidemic-ridden America, Ellie and Joel settled in Wyoming in a thriving community. They have found the stability they desire, despite the constant threat of attack by the infected and many survivors losing their meaning. But one day, violent events destroy this peace, and Ellie sets off again to restore justice. As she follows the trail of those who disturb the peace, she faces her actions' physical and emotional consequences. Learn a touching story that challenges your ideas of right and wrong. Embark on a journey through a beautiful, dangerous world with picturesque landscapes and forested ruins, and survive intense hand-to-hand combat with fluid movement and dynamic camouflage. This game is a totally different gaming experience than any other game can deliver. What would be in your top 10 list of single-player AAA games? Or which one would you put as number 1? Let me know in the comments below. See ya!